weeks ago, I found out my husband has been secretly paying his college ex-girlfriend's rent for 2 years, and the reason he gave me might be worse than the affair I initially suspected. I'm 33 and my husband Patrick is 35. We've been married for 5 years. Patrick dated a woman named Vanessa in college about 12 years ago. They broke up when he graduated and moved cities. He's mentioned her a few times over the years, always casually. Nothing that ever set off any alarms. 2 months ago, I found a payment in our joint account that I didn't recognize. Monthly transfers, $1,200 to the same account every single month. I scrolled back and found they'd been going out like clockwork for nearly 2 years. I asked Patrick about it that night, trying to sound calm even though my hands were literally shaking while I made dinner. He went quiet for a long time. Then he said it was Vanessa. He said she'd been going through some hard times and he'd been helping her out. I put down the wooden spoon I was holding because I didn't trust myself with it. I asked why he hadn't told me. He said he knew I'd react badly. I asked what hard times meant. He got very still and then said Vanessa had a breakdown 3 years ago, was hospitalized, and lost her job. She has no family nearby. She reached out to Patrick because she didn't have anyone else. I asked if they'd been in contact beyond the money. Patrick said they texted sometimes just to check in. I asked how often sometimes was. He showed me his phone. They texted every week, sometimes more. Not romantic messages, but genuine conversation. She'd send him updates on her therapy, her progress at her part-time job, how she was doing. I sat down because my legs felt wrong. He'd built this whole second relationship, financial and emotional, without telling me. And the money was real, adding up to almost $30,000 over 2 years drawn from our joint account without a single conversation. I called my best friend and stayed at her place for 2 nights. Patrick texted constantly. He said he hadn't told me because he was afraid I'd say no, and he couldn't say no to someone who had nobody. He said it was never romantic. He said Vanessa knew about me, knew he was married, and had never tried to be anything more than someone he was helping through a crisis. When I came home, I sat across from him at the kitchen table, and I said what I actually felt, which was that I didn't know how to be angrier about the $30,000, or about the fact that he'd made me a stranger to a 2-year chapter of his life. Patrick said he should have told me. He said there was no version of what he did that was okay, but he was asking me to understand why he did it anyway. He said Vanessa was doing better now, working more hours, almost stable enough to support herself. He said it wasn't going to be forever. I asked what he'd have done if I'd found out on my own, and the answer had been worse than this. He didn't have a response. I've been home for 3 weeks now. We're in couples therapy. The therapist says Patrick compartmentalized in a damaging way, and that my anger is valid. The therapist also asked me once, very carefully, whether I thought Patrick had acted from guilt or from genuine care. I've been thinking about that question ever since. My sister thinks I should leave. My mom thinks I should stay and work through it. My best friend said something that's been stuck in my head, that what Patrick did was a betrayal, but the reason behind it is a lot harder to be simple about. Vanessa sent me an email 2 weeks ago. She apologized for the position Patrick had put me in. She said she'd never meant to be a secret and she'd encouraged him more than once to tell me. She said she was going to stop accepting the money regardless of what happened between Patrick and me. I read the email 4 times. I don't know what to do with it. Am I the asshole?